Well, well, well. It's been a week already. So let's get back into it and explore the underground that I finally unlocked last stream. So I have a couple of things to really examine the first thing I do. And one of them is whether or not the planks I broke last in-game day are still broken or if they're fixed again. Oh, they're still broken. Wonderful. So then we can just start off by exploring the underground properly. And we also have an entrance into the house. This is permanently unlocked too, which is very lovely. I don't have a key card though, so I can't probably just enter the house. Because that is the place I have not been able to go across, but that's fine. This makes me want to completely empty the reservoir to see what I can do with the steps there. And here we have another console for the spinning wheel, and this is for that, the minecart. Probably what that means, what I'm gonna do is here, I will be able to rotate. And I will be able to rotate it to in such a way that I will need to go backtrack to the minecart stuff in order to get what I want, because you'll come there. This one goes too empty. So it doesn't let me go there. Right? No, it doesn't. That's unfortunate. But I can go there, probably. Oh, but you're much closer. Alright, so you are very interesting, and I'm going to need that one as well. So let's roll it one more time. So this is completely useless to me right now. I have no way to enter it. But with this, I can go around and go there. So let's do that. Is this gonna do the same thing where it just... Oh no, this lets me turn it. Okay, so that means I can turn and go there. Which is definitely something I want to do. So how do I get there? I get there using the subdomain, or whatever to call it. The subcog. Rotated in the appropriate place. So I'm stuck here now until I can go into that tunnel. And this is interesting because I don't know what this is. It's a very long way. Okay, so that is how I activate the back door in the antechamber. Are all these just dead doors? Guess they are. So is that it? Like, now we just have to get into the antechamber today. Is that the whole game? Because it feels like there's so much I haven't done. Hopefully it's not the entire game. I completely missed this. So this is a red door, which makes me think this is the payoff if you get all the red rooms. That is potentially something I will be able to achieve. It depends what sort of room RNG I get. And I guess I'll just go back here and rotate things around, back to how it used to be. I haven't used that, so I'm guessing that one is what you... Is it a rotational or is it a lever? Because I'm thinking I really want to get there. And to get there using this cog, there is one empty. So I need to be either there or there. Now, due to just how it looks, I'm probably going to want to be there. The problem is if that is how it is... How do I raise it? Because this just rotates it, and this rotates its... Oh, this lifts it. That one I don't know what it does, that one just rotates it. No, that one lifted it as well. I know that wasn't... This is a rotate. Yeah, so I guess that is... probably a puzzle. If I want... It is really there or there. So I need to be able to get like here, and from this position, like rotating that, get it to the correct position. That is what I need, and then it has to be raised at that point. So I need to get to a point where I can get to probably here while it is raised, which means from there or from there. That one just rotates, so I need to stand there. And that just goes back to there, which... because this will just... It's like I'm missing something. Because there is just one missing, how do I... Okay, let's assume it's an incorrect assumption. If that one is a rotational, I can get to there without needing to lift this. And from there, I can't do any manipulation, so probably I want to get onto there. Surely I've been there already, right? No, because it's one more rotational step. So now if this one lets me rotate, it does. Which means I can rotate and finally read that. Not sure what the underpath is meant for then. Maybe it is an anti-soft lock. Mechanarium has one door for each. Sure. This is the entire map. I am definitely screenshotting that and putting that into my bunker. So can I extract anything I want from here? I've been here, I've been there. I don't think I've been in the catacombs. don't recognize that. And it says a tomb entrance, so I guess there is a way for you to get into the catacombs from the tomb, and that is another way to enter this place. Hello, Poster. Welcome to the stream. You have indeed missed quite a lot, to be fair. I mean, look, I'm in the underground and I can actually make progress in the underground. You missed a lot of things, but I'll go over them. Because I kind of want to move on. I have been able to activate the north room, or the north door of the antechamber, so I can go all the way through. I've seen a red door, which I don't know if it requires all the red letters or if it requires the all the red rooms. Yeah, I made a lot of progress. So essentially, before, so like last time you were here, I was able to, through the fountain, get to that side of the lake, and that didn't really let me do much, apart from just pull back this particular cart, which was needed for when I got to this side, which is why I did it preemptively without knowing what it would do. This side, I was able to get through because of this hidden bookcase, and this door you might recognize because this is the entrance to the foundation, or the beneath of the foundation. But I was able to get here because of a sliding puzzle with some of these carts and that exit goes to some formerly boarded up wooden planks. But yeah, I don't have a key card, so I can't enter the foundation that way. So let me just show you. But yeah, through here you do a bit of a sliding puzzle in order to activate the hidden door behind the bookcase. And you get to here through smashing through this brick wall, which requires the power hammer. And in new long puzzles like those portraits, there are a lot of mysteries still. So there might still be, like the art gallery, I have not even gotten in my draft pool. So I still have not done the art gallery. There is probably the long puzzle of getting all the red letters. One of them requires me to get the time safe in the bunker, which I don't know how it works or if it's bugged for me, because it has not worked any way I've tried to make it work. Like, one of the things one time with the shelter and the time lock safe, and I set a time, like an hour and a half in advance, which should be enough. And then I just waited for that time, and when that time came around, I was still not able to open it. Then another theory I tested out was, okay, what if I set the time more than an hour in advance, and then I restart a day, or like I go to the next day and I draft shelter again, will it just be open then? And the answer to that was no as well. So I really don't know how to actually open the time safe in the shelter, because both of my attempts have failed, but in there it is almost guaranteed a red letter as well, and I don't even know where the 4 last red letters are. They are a complete mystery to me. Probably what the case is that the way to get the true ending, or like the full ending, or whatever to call it, is probably still quite far away from me. Like, if I'm able to get into the antechamber this day, I'm going to guess I am getting the normal ending, but the hidden ending or the true ending or whatever to call it, that still will require me to do a lot more. Probably something involving the red door I found today in the basement, and probably something involving the red rooms and the red letters, and also the red crown, paper crown. But I think that's it. And I still do want to finish the the art gallery, because it does bother me that it's a puzzle I've not been able to do, or rather not been able to figure out is the appropriate term. Right. Is there in-game hours, or is this real time? I suppose real time as you haven't seen any in-game time as many. It's in I mean, if we go by game hours, my Steam says I've been playing this game for 24.4 hours, and I'm decently good at actually making that game time sync up with when I actually stream. So it is roughly 24 hours, which is 12 streams. This is the 13th stream, so it's a lot of time I've been spending in this game. But yeah, in-game time, you just have your days, but those days are arbitrarily long. Alright, so I need one of the side levers. So I need the secret garden, I need the greenhouse, or I need the Great Hall. Those are the three, one of those three rooms I need today. Secret garden is probably going to be the most difficult to get because it relies on me getting the key. The greenhouse requires me to be on the sides when drafting it, and the Great Hall is probably the easiest for me to get because I can somewhat force it out here with the secret passage if I'm lucky. But it also feels like it can just be pretty much anywhere in the house, I believe. Okay, look. Yeah, the Great Hall. So here I do have a lever. I have forgotten though which of these doors. I believe it's this door that hides the lever, or lever, whatever to call it. But that's good. That is fantastic news. Now I'm slightly worried about my step count, but that should be fine. I have a lot of money, so if I get to the kitchen, it should be fine. Now I have... Fantastic. Now I can open things in the Great Hall. Yeah, I want to do that. Right, so I believe... I'm fairly sure it is one of the left doors, so it's either that door or this door. I do have 2 keys, so I can try both. Because I don't need to go through the Great Hall immediately, because I still have the left of the entrance hall. Nice. Okay, this makes things... What does this do to my strategy? What this does to my strategy is I really need to build on the right side, and I really need to make sure now that I either get a key card or I really need a bunch of keys. I mean, I'm going to need the key card regardless. So that is essentially everything is now up to whether or not I'm getting key cards. Or not a key card, a single key card. I believe I have checked it in, so if I get the code check like this, it is perfectly fine. Wonderful, so now I have a key card, so now I should be able to, without hindrance, move to the right door of the antechamber. The only thing that can really screw me over is if I'm not able to get a door that leads into it. So I would really like a dice. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I would really like a dice, and I would really like... I guess this works. That game is very loud. I'm sorry. I guess it is playing like final music because I am on the last day. Or not last day, but like I have everything that is required for me to make progress. Okay, there we go. That should be better. Yeah, progress music. So yeah, now I'm just hoping I will be able to get dice. That is very unfortunate. Okay, that is very good. That can be crucial. Absolutely crucial. I have 2 dice now, which is absolutely perfect. I guess I can go for the dark room. Because of the bunker, I am safe from its downside. Okay, I'm protected from this one as well, which is good because this is an amazing room. Let's go with the left one because if this one is a dead end, that is the most amount of fine. I don't, because I have the key card, I don't actually care about the security doors, but I could care about the security doors in the sense that if I am able to increase the amount of doors that are locked by a key card, that is beneficial for me. How much have I missed? I missed a lot of... I guess I'm not really looking because I just kind of want to go, but I should be more careful about the trunks. Keycard system... Security level, I want to put it on high so I get as many as possible and not key doors. And then unlocked here because it doesn't matter. I've apparently missed a lot of stuff. This is the leftmost room. I am running a bit low on steps, so let's hope I can find something like a kitchen. I don't have a shovel, so I don't know what the point would be of me going in here. I see no trunks. I don't know if they can even spawn in this room. I guess the Doveco. Yeah. But it is getting scary now. That's fine. I think I'm gonna go for the break room. Because it will at least give me another opportunity. If things go awry. Commissary, very, very good. They might not have food, sometimes they have food. Okay, what do we have? A shovel, I mean, is nice. I guess magnifying glass. Set of gems and bought everything in a commissary. This is getting rather sketchy. Break room, it has the bee. Maybe I'm lucky and there is some food here. No, I'm not lucky. Behind here, there are usually just keys, but let's do this puzzle anyhow. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 16, 10. 20? Yeah. 23 minus 13, that's 10. 25. Okay, just normal keys, so nothing exciting there. All of these are actually bad for me. Actually, no, I guess the guest bedroom is the best one. The south lever is the greenhouse. So technically, if I go for the spare room and I am able to get the greenhouse... No, but the greenhouse requires me to have the... is the one with a broken lever. So I need to get the lever from... the broken lever from somewhere else if I go for the spare room. So I guess the guest bedroom with the 10 steps is better. I'm gonna make that executive call. Bit of a gem. Two break rooms, that's interesting. Dining room is actually fantastic. That gives me more steps as well, and it's a pretty versatile room. Doesn't look super delicious, This is very... I mean, I have to. All of this because of me drafting the observatory today. I think I have to go for the bedroom. It is really risky because I need it like this. Maybe I should probably have done a redraw. This is very bad. Oh, the day's over. So I'm trying to think, yeah, I don't know what rooms I would have gotten if I rerolled the bedroom. This was very unfortunate. It's a dead day. Yeah, the beginning looked fine, but then I got the observatory. This observatory screwed me over so much. I didn't know this was the day that I was gonna have the dead thing. Dead ends. Now, I can very easily do the north lever again. That is not a problem. The problem is... Actually, yeah, I can go to the code check, turn in a key, and then I can restart the day in a break room. So I will start with the key immediately, and then the only thing that is really defining my success is if I'm getting the Great Hall or the greenhouse again. Yeah, that would have been really nice earlier as well. So, yeah. But we can do this. I mean, especially if we get this hidden passage, our odds go up greatly. And it is indeed beside the chairs that we want to open the door. So let's code check. Yeah, let's code check the key card because I don't know if I'm gonna get code check next time. I guess what we could do is see if I'm able to get the freezer again. So I can save my coins and gems. No, I was not able to get the freezer. And I mean, both of these are kinda useless to me right now. Now I guess I could go for the Great Hall North. That is another chance for me to get the freezer, and having all the money here would be very nice. In case I happen to get a showroom. Okay, these are permanently open. That is very nice. But there's a lot of these I haven't been able to open. Yeah, I'm rich. I'm very rich. I'm still not rich enough to buy everything that there is for me to buy in the showroom. I think there are still some items that cost like 80 coins. No, I'm not gonna gamble at all. I mean, I can't even. I don't have the casino, and I'm not gonna drop the casino. I really hope I get the freezer, because this is so much stuff for me to freeze. I believe it's the leftmost door. This is not it. Guess I'll go for that. I'm not gonna bother doing this room again because that's also something I did last stream. So one more chance with the aquarium. And then I will have to go back to the break room, regardless of what happens in the aquarium. Freezer is what we want to see, and freezer is not what we got. Okay, back to the break room. Yeah, this is the fastest way back to the break room. Good, let's call it a day. And the nice thing about having the keycard, starting off with the keycard, is I'm going to be able to start inside of the foundation. And now the music completely dies. Alright, I'm gonna go and do the outside room first, in case I'm able to get the shelter and to stop me from having the red rooms being really bad. Definitely don't drop the observatory, even though it probably isn't a dead day again. I guess I go for the shrine, because the shrine can give me blessings. I'm gonna put in all 10 coins, because why not? Well, that is not a good one. If you dropped a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. That's awful. I mean, even on a day where I'm going to go for all the red rooms, that's not even going to be good for me. Okay, so don't donate 10 coins. Got it. So now I have to do this puzzle again, which isn't much of a puzzle, really. I think I overshot it. Yeah, pretty sure I did. Because this is how it starts, so I believe what I want to do is this. Walk around here. No, this was not the way. Okay, so how did I even get there? It is through rotation there. Which is not set up. Maybe it was set up properly? No, it's not really set up properly, because I want to lower it as it is right now. And with only one empty, I can't really do much but get in there. So no, this is definitely not the way for me to do it. So it was what I thought was rotating everything too far. Am I daft? Yeah, I guess I am daft. The Hidden Room 46. Oh, imposter, this was the that's rubble, but this is the red door I'm talking about, and I think this is probably related to the 8 red letters. Might be the room you've been able to see thanks to the prophet. So yeah. So now we need greenhouse and broken lever, secret garden or the great hall. One of those I need as early on as possible so I know how to pivot. Oh, it just puts me in the elevator. No out of bounds glitch. I'm going to go downwards here. Shame that I missed a bit much, but we'll get back for sure. These puzzles are fun, even though you've been able to figure them out quite fast. It's still fun to have random brainstorms. I mean, there are still the VODs on my VODs channel on YouTube, where you can watch the VODs for the streams you've missed. So that does always exist. I guess go for courtyard. Because there's always a surplus. Ooh, really good room, conservatory, for future endeavors. This is perfect for me as well. Great hall, unusual. I want it to be... anything. Yeah, I do have been bad the last 2 streams I have not published yet. They unfortunately, so the stream I did on the 24th with which is 2 streams ago, that one is getting scheduled. That one is scheduled for tomorrow 5 p.m. and the one I did last week is scheduled for the 11th 5 p.m. So they will be coming out tomorrow and in 3 days from now. And this one will be coming out in 5 days from now. Yeah, so should I put it on standard or should I put a commonplace? I guess standard because it is a really bad room to get. No, let's make it commonplace for the day. Ballroom. I mean, I just don't like it. It's such a bad room. Drawing room. Yeah, it's good to have that commonplace. It's fairly open and everything. Fantastic. I'm gonna save the drawing room for later down the line. Great Hall, that is acceptable. Especially because I know the lever is going to be here. So that is the right side of the antechamber I want again. Yeah, I haven't uploaded stuff to my non-VOD channel for a super long while, for a lot of reasons. I do have material. I have actually one video recorded but not edited, and I have the material, like research done for another video, but that one has not even been recorded, much less edited, and that one is going to be a pretty long one as well. So it's going to take a while before the main channel gets some more stuff, unfortunately. There's no need to panic, but this is definitely not a good start. I am lacking a lot of resources. I'm fine with this one because I have the key card. But I really want resources. Not money, but keys and dice. Yeah, I will. I do have a post-it note on my main monitor saying fix the stream channel. Hello, landed area. I am not going to be adding you on your Discord, landed area. But yeah, poster, I will. I have a post-it note saying fix my stream channel. I'm gonna add assets and do like the actual stuff so I have a proper description and everything. So it's either the trunk or the each time I eat an apple where I want to get a key. Apple or trunk? I think apple probably is more likely for me to get. I like apple flavored stuff, but apples themselves I could live without, honestly. So I do have a few more steps. I do have quite a lot north facing, but I really need a lot more keys. I think even though that it would be a dead end for here, because I have 3 upwards facing, I think it's worth it for me to go for the garage, and it's 3 keys. Like I can't do that, but I think that is absolutely completely fine. And I don't see any additional items here for me to pick up. It's weird they don't have a shovel in the garage. Or a garage. Oh, I mean, the texture is like, okay, I guess. It's not my favorite texture. Oh, this is bad. But Parla is the only one that lets me go on. Gems is really good, so I'm gonna do the logic puzzle. Boxes next to this box contains gems, which is plausible. Boxes next to this box contains gems, that's a lie. And boxes next to this box contains gems, which are 2 truths and 1 lie. Very simple one. And that is exactly why we wanted a bunch of gems. I'm going to go through the chapel first, chapel side, because it is right next to the wall. I don't want to go for the... I mean, I could go for the observatory and not just do anything with it. Greenhouse would let me actually have 2 potential, so I think I'm gonna go for the greenhouse. Let me actually take a look at the greenhouse diagram, if this is the mythological best spot. No, this is one of the worst spots. But yeah. Nice. So if I'm able to find the broken lever, I will be able to do that, which is very, very nice. Oh right, it turned off the water. That's another thing I wanted to see. And yeah, it looks like there's just dead plants. There's nothing here really, if there's no water. Good to know. But this is risky now. If this one does not go forward or to the left, I am doomed. Another day. Okay, luckily I got both security and corridor. Which one do I want to go for? I think security is probably... It costs a gem, which is very scary. I don't have a lot of gems this day. And there's no real reason for me to go for the security because I have the key card. So I'm gonna go for the corridor, and with it always being unlocked. Oh, this is so close. Oh, this is actually really close. The question is, do I go for the secret passage or do I go for the security? With secret passage, I can pretty much guarantee that I will be able to at least draft this room. But I have no way of guaranteeing that I will be able to draft a left-facing room. And if it requires a gem, I am kind of screwed. So that is one of the problems if I were to go with the secret passage. That is assuming I go for a hallway with the secret passage. What are the green rooms would be way too unlikely for it to be beneficial for me. I definitely don't want a red room. One of the golden rooms would also probably not be beneficial for me, so is then one of the bedrooms, which are just dead ends. So I think the security is probably the safest bet, but I really, really, really need more gems. And I can't afford to actually do that yet because of the requirement of gems. So do I want to go down or do I want to go up? I feel up could potentially be better in case I find the broken lever. This one is good if I need a follow-up tomorrow. And I feel like I am not lucky enough to get the resources I need for the rest of this run, so I'm gonna go for the one that is better next run. And this one, I think, only has keys, but maybe it has gems in it as well. At 10, 15, so that's 2 times 10, so that's 20. 3 minus 1, that's 2, 30, 10. 5. See, 5 plus 5, 3, 1, that is still 3. No, do I have keys now? Now it is just the gems department that is very, very scary for me. And this does not help me whatsoever, unfortunately. Do I mean, I guess I could. Turn on the garage. Shut that off. Doesn't matter. And make the gymnasium dark. Do I have... I have no other... I mean, I do have the entrance hall. I could go all the way back to the entrance hall and see if I'm able to do anything there. But that is a lot of steps for me to use. Because of the break room so close by, I think I am gonna gamba on me getting something that is left facing. That is actually perfect. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. With the broken lever now in the greenhouse, I have 2 opportunities now. Thanks to me already drafting greenhouse, just in case something like this would happen. Ooh. Foster, please, I need luck. Please give me luck. Yes, I have 2 opportunities now. Both of these could be the lucky door. Am I blind? Is it in there? Because I can't see anything here. Okay, I'm gonna start with the right one. I think that was the morning room would have worked if I got it there. I'm gonna go for the dark room because that gives me not another chance really. Okay, I have to spend one of the 2 chances. Right facing, I think that is the least likely. But the archives count. And I do have a... Sure, I might as well grab you again.
There was once a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves. And he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. He couldn't see beyond the red shade he was aware. He never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share. one day the prince saw something new. And if you look closely, you might see it too. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color. The color blue.
That was a very well-made game. A very unique puzzle game. But also the mechanics and how the music incorporated things. I could probably have preferred... No, actually, I think the music was very well made. Lowering it even more because it's quite loud. Yeah, fantastic game. I guess my biggest complaint about it would be some aspects felt a lot... It felt like some aspects of the game and some puzzles required way too much RNG. And also when it comes to like the gallery, I still have not been able to draft it a second time. Maybe I do think I've been able to draft it one more time, but I don't think I've ever gotten it. So despite all of the days I played, all of the rooms I've drafted, the gallery I've only been able to choose twice, and one of those times I did. And I still don't know even closely how to solve that puzzle. Because I haven't found any clues for it, but I found clues for all the other ones, so it's very weird. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm clearly missing a lot. I also know where potentially 2 more red letters are, one in the time safe and one where you go down with the elevator. But there's still a lot of red letters I don't know where they are. There's some I could hypothesize, but not enough for me to actually get 8 in total. I guess I could guess up to like the 7th, but not beyond that. Oh, now it just says the next day. But it's different. Inheritance trophy. Dear Baron, welcome to the Mount Oli, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by that same title. But life is a journey of growth, growing up, growing older, growing wiser, and in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. The Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation, I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. And as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really thought, or I never really had any goals or objectives to strive toward, never had any dreams to realize. I never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. I never had a room 46 to reach. Now that you have reached your goal here and you're basking in your well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there? Will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Ovin Navarre, Herbert S. Sinclair. I still have a permanent edition, I think. Still have these as well. I still have puzzles to solve. I think the big question now is me trying to solve the rest of the things out something I want to do on stream, or is it something I want to do off stream on my own accord if I want to do it at all? I probably want to do some of the other puzzles. Mostly because I do feel like I have the start of a lot of them. And it would be nice to get a conclusion. On the other hand, I feel like now is when the game really gets grindy, potentially, for the true ending. Or a second ending, because I'm assuming there is a second ending because there's so much still undone. And I think potentially just streaming that would be a lot of... It would just be a lot of resetting over and over again, a lot more aggressively. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, now when I know how to get the actual ending, the first ending, or like the ending, or whatever to call it, it is not very long, the game actually. The length of the game comes solely because of there are so many threads for you to find and discover, and you don't know which ones actually turn out to be important for the ending I just got. Like, out of all the clues I have, the classrooms have not been utilized whatsoever. The optimal guarding spots for the greenhouse has not been used. The letters in the tomb has not been used. The symbols and the decipher of the underground has not been used. The book has not been used. The laboratory has not been used. The vault has not been opened fully. The hovels number clue has not been used. At the underground, like in the underground, if I empty that reservoir, that what's there hasn't been used. There's a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff I have clues for that never actually mattered in the end. We also have the orchard. We have the treasure hunts. We have the red lettuce. We have the notes, because technically the only thing you needed to beat the game is you needed... I don't think you even needed the foundation. You needed to get the workshop while you have the battery pack and the sledgehammer. I think that was actually all you needed. The rest, there is nothing stopping you from doing the rest. So I guess technically it is possible to beat it on the first in-game day, but it requires an insane amount of RNG for you to do that. So the game itself is actually kind of short, and I don't think that's a bad thing. It just means if I replay this, I know how to get there quickly. I don't need to do all of the work. Oh yeah, the workshop, the letters in the workshop I've also not used. There's so many loose threads, the newspaper articles. Those might just be for world building though. Yeah, so yeah, there's so much for me to actually still figure out the point of. And I think that is probably something I would rather do to with myself, like in my own time. And I probably will maybe look up some, not the solutions, but the hints for some of these stuff. because I feel like some of these are probably not going to be very, very fun to figure out without spending an exorbitant amount of time into it. So yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. I think because I was able to finish this way faster than I thought I would, I'm going to end the stream today. And the next time I stream, we're going to go back to Ace Attorney, because I do think if I continue playing this game, it is going to be on my own accord in my own time. So I can just be very lazy and also actually not try to figure everything out myself. So with that very, very short stream, yeah, thank you so much for showing up, Polster. It's always a pleasure having you on stream. So yeah, I hope you have a nice rest of your day too, Polster. Now I'm gonna say that twice because of my usual outro. So I keep forgetting how I start my outro. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, day, evening, or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in the next stream. So until then, take care.